Hello, welcome to your favorite tech show on television, where we look at issues, trends, developments in the global ICT industry. We also play host to innovators, big thinkers, the CEOs, and the professionals who are driving today's digital economy. Our tech personality of the week is the Chief Executive Officer of Fintrack, Mr. Bimbo Abioye. Stay with us. Welcome to the program, Mr. Abioye.
Thank you.
For the sake of this interview, can you introduce yourself to my viewers?
Yeah, my name is Bimbo Abioye. I'm Group Managing Director of Fintrack Software. So Fintrack Software is a global ICT company based in Nigeria. And our mission and vision is to be the world's #1 enterprise solution provider.
How would you assess local content patronage in the Nigerian economy?
Over the years, there have been pressure on government to sort of regulate the environment such that the capital flight that has been experienced is minimized. Because today our solutions, both private sector and public sector, are largely imported, and that is not good at all. What is happening is that hard-hand foreign exchange earnings of the organization, of the country, is being wasted on foreign applications and technologies that could otherwise be better done in Nigeria. Sometimes a lot of the things that are being imported have better versions in Nigeria. Okay, so, and every dollar that is spent on foreign items, you are creating employment overseas, you are enriching those foreign nations at the expense of your populace. And that is a terrible thing. So government over the years have been under pressure, and specifically the current administration during their first term, they came up with executive order 03 and executive order 05 on local content. These are good policies, but they were there is abundance of policies, but implementation is always a problem. So those local content guidelines have not been successfully implemented. And to be effective, there is a need to promulgate those guidelines into acts of parliament, such that it criminalizes non-compliance, and so enforcement is stronger when it's a law, not just a policy which people may or may not really adopt. Government needs to lead the way in patronage of local content. But today, public sector is largely importing even solutions, software and technologies, other technologies, hardware and what have you, that could be assembled or could be produced here, have been imported, are still been largely imported. There has been a little improvement after the executive order 003 and 005, but those improvements really is like a scratch on the surface. It's not significant.
How important is local content patronage to economic growth and development?
Local content, in fact, any government that want to really redeem Nigeria has to find ways to ensure that what we are largely importing now are produced locally. When that is done, you discover that it will generate employment. There will be employment generation. Okay, it will, a lot of insecurity problems or security problems that we have all over the nation today, they are traceable to unemployment. When you have able-bodied people, they wake up in the morning, they don't know what to do with their lives. Then criminality becomes a job for them. Okay, so it will reduce security problems. It will prosper the nation significantly. And any government that will do that must be ready to embark on sensitization program. A lot of people, a lot of Nigerians today, we are raised to believe that whatever is being done in Nigeria is local and substandard. So it's inferior. So it's what we bring from New York, from Singapore, from even China, from India. We are proud of those things. Maybe some 10 years ago, when you see Chinese products, they are inferior. But because their country accepted it, because they continue to improve, today they are no longer inferior things. A lot of high-end phones that we use today, they are made in China. Apple, some other large organizations, they have their production base in China. And look at India. People, before, when you see an Indian man, check his phone, check his car is likely to be from an Asian nation. Check his, all of these things. So they first use their things. And practice makes perfect. Okay, as they continue to use, and there is continual improvement. But when we talk down on what we are able to do, is not helpful at all. So that is, government needs to be very strong in sensitizing Nigerians generally to embrace local content. Very, very important. Okay, having done this, government itself should lead the way. Government should do. You can't regulate. You can't say when you yourself you are doing the wrong things in some clandestine way. Okay, so these are some of the things that have to be corrected.
What are some of the challenges facing indigenous content developers?
Of course, there will always be challenges. There are challenges, and one of them is infrastructural challenges. You are in a nation today that power is not guaranteed. There is no electricity. And so, for example, in our business, the amount we pay on diesel on a monthly basis is in millions. Okay? And then you incur that cost on business side, you incur that cost on the expenditure side, even personal expenditure side. It's not conducive at all. And then another challenge is in terms of human capacity. A lot of the universities that we have, they are still teaching obsolete curriculum. Okay, so, but we, as an organization, have been able to work around that by having a training arm. You know, we engage fresh graduates and train them for 6 months. Train them on programming, train them on various activities, train them on tools that we use in the organization to write our software. And then we expose our solutions to them. Those that are going to be in the implementation side, on day one from that 6-month training, they are able to hit the ground running. Okay, so this is how we have been able to bridge that gap. But then that is at great cost. For 6 months that we engage these young graduates, we pay them every month. We pay them for 6 months. We train them. Okay, and leveraging some resources that comes at cost. Okay, not many organizations could do this, but if government can do something along that line by ensuring, maybe through Ministry of Education and what have you, go around across the various universities, especially public sector, public universities, to embrace updated curriculum, you know, that connect with what is happening in the industry. That will be very, very helpful. Today, you have graduates in computer science, except through personal development, is completely irrelevant in the scheme of things in terms of what is able to do in the application development realm. And I believe that replicates across every other sector. So these are things that government needs to work on, even apart from regulation.
Mr. Abioye, I'm sure you must have heard that even some of the local content developers in Nigeria prefer to partner with their foreign counterparts, you know, when bidding for contracts. How would you react to this?
The problem is twofold. Number one, government and private sector business community. Naturally, I don't know whoever did that to Africa. Africa naturally do not believe in themselves, unfortunately, largely. And so you have government that does not believe that their people can do some good things. You have business owners that do not believe that whatever is sourced in Nigeria can be good. Until you come with something from Singapore, from New York, you are not proud to talk about it. Okay? So business people in the local content area, they are saying that they are strategic people. They look at it. If I go into doing my own thing, these people will not buy. So when I say, oh, this thing is from New York, this thing is from, you are happy, you can even pay triples of the cost. They are business people, they want to make money. And so that is what is happening. It's not like they don't believe in themselves, but that is the only way they can survive. For us, we actually looked at it when we started, that does it not make sense to partner with a foreign solution provider, since a typical Nigerian government and everybody have been taught to believe that they don't have capacity, their people don't have capacity, so it's only white men that could do something that they can use. So why not partner and make cuts from your own commission, which will be it makes more sense than trying to develop yourself. But we looked at it, some of the products we looked at then, we saw that they will not really solve our customers' problem. That was what made us to change course and decided to develop our own solutions. Today, all of the solutions we offer in the market, they are developed by Nigerians, engineers, software engineers. And so we've been able to support those solutions in the market effectively. And we've been able to deliver on our promises to our various customers. It didn't make sense at the early years. It was like swimming against the tide. Very challenging, you know, and was unprofitable approach to business. But for us, we could not compromise integrity. When we promise you these functionalities or features, we must deliver them. With that project won't end until we deliver it. Sometimes projects at the early stages run into losses because we must fulfill our promises. Okay, but over the years, it has helped us because our solution works. And so when you see players in the industry, they go import something, it fails. At the end of the day, the problem remained. They are looking for what works. And then they'll find Fintrack. And that was how, over the years, Fintrack has become an accepted brand in Nigeria and across Africa today. Okay, so things are changing. Okay, so I will not blame operators that sort of partner to market. That is what our orientation, the mentality of typical Nigerians and Africans, that is what connect with it. But those are wrong orientations. They have to be changed. Okay, so as those orientation changes, then local content producers will be more and more profitable. And that is why government need to drive that reorientation. And it starts with them.
What do you think that government can do to strengthen indigenous content providers for national development?
Government has been doing a lot, but it's not enough. Government has been doing a lot in the area of policies, through NITDA, through Nigerian Data Protection Bureau and what have you, to regulate and provide some policies support with respect to quality and what have you, to some extent. Okay, so that is in the right direction, but there is a need to do more. Government need to stop importing by coming up with a regulation to stop importing those things we could produce in Nigeria and those things that are already in production. Today, even for government, there's an agency of government that has spent over 85 billion naira, the last time I checked, on trying to implement a foreign ERP for like 5, 6, 7 years. They have not achieved value. But we have local ERP, which our company delivers, which some banks are using, far more robust than what government has been trying to implement. So you can imagine that 80-something billion spent on a local company generating employment. And of course, as government patronizes these products and also private sector players, these companies, local content producers, they become stronger and stronger and are able to employ people. That leads to employment generation. They are able to employ a lot of people to reduce the criminality and what have you. People goes into all sort of phases when they cannot find gainful employment. So all of this goes a long way to help reduce all these things. And then also, Nigeria becomes an exporter of some of these local content solutions. Okay, so and that is how we can in fact take our place as the giant of Africa, as we always often love to call ourselves. That's when we can actually, we have to take the lead in all of these things. Other nations are looking up to us, but so far I think we are not measuring up in this area.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Abioye. But just before we let you go, in what ways do you think that Fintrack has contributed to the growth and development of not just the tech ecosystem, but to the economy at large?
Great. We started business some 17 years ago, and over the years, we have come up with applications, solutions that have been leveraged by financial institutions. Today we have about 14 commercial banks leveraging different components of our solutions, ranging from core banking to back office solutions, ERP, to enterprise performance management, which enables them to appraise their efficiency and determine how well to manage resources. We have given them platforms that enables them to automatically run paperlessly, especially in their lending programs, without having to carry files, credit files around and what have you. We have supported them in coming up with enterprise planning platform that enables them to plan their various activities and what have you, and solutions that enables them to manage their channels. Okay, channels. Today, the country is beginning to embrace alternative channels. Okay, so we have solutions that help them to better manage those channels and offer reconciliation solutions and error correcting solutions that we endear customers, to those channels. Let me give you a typical an example on that. For example, today on ATM channels, that is even a little better. If you go to an ATM, you try to collect money, your account is debited, money didn't come out. There has been some correction such that automatically, maybe after a few minutes, your account is credited. And that's why you see there are queues on ATM. Okay, but other channels like POS, that has not been effectively done. Leveraging these solutions, financial institutions can have that achieved as well across their various channels, POS, what do you call it, internet banking, mobile banking, and USSD and other such alternate channels. So the system is able to electronically reconcile and effect correcting adjustments. So this endeared customers and it improves customers' confidence. Okay, today also one of the players in the public sector domain, Federal Mortgage Bank, has just gone live on our core banking platform. Okay, so and NHF subscribers, employers could connect to the platform and electronically submit contributions for their various staff in the organization, and their accounts are electronically credited, account of those subscribers. Very, very impactful solution. So also we have a solution in the manufacturing realm, that could be leveraged to bring efficiency in the manufacturing process. So these are things that we have done to support players in Nigeria in the ecosystem. And we can do much more with a good regulatory environment, supportive environment to deepen our business in the. And so that also applies to other local content producers.
Wow, Mr. Abioye, thank you indeed for your time, and thank you for finding time to talk to us.
Thank you.
Wow, that was our tech personality of the week, Mr. Bimbo Abioye, Chief Executive Officer of Fintrack, one of Nigeria's leading ICT companies. I'm afraid that's our time will allow us this week on this highly informative and educative package of your program. For comments and observations, please reach us on the numbers and email now showing on your screen. You can also watch this on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share as far as you can. On behalf of the production crew, thanks for watching. Same time, same station. I'll see you next time.